Have you ever caught yourself thinking, man, getting up these stairs used to be a whole lot easier? Maybe you've noticed your legs feeling heavier, slower, or even a little unsteady lately. Most people chalk it up to getting older, like it's just something that has to happen. But here's the truth. It's not just your age. In fact, a big part of why your legs feel weaker might come down to something much more fixable: the foods you're eating every day. Hey, my name's David Mitchell, and today I'm going to pull back the curtain on something that too many people miss until it's almost too late. The reality is, your diet could be the quiet thief stealing your strength, one meal at a time. The good news? It doesn't have to stay that way. Once you know what's going on and make a few smart changes, you can rebuild your strength, protect your joints, and move like yourself again, no matter how many birthdays you've had. Now, I'm not here to tell you that aging doesn't affect your body. Of course it does. But what most folks don't realize is how much of the struggle, the stiffness, the soreness, isn't just about aging. It's about what's happening inside your body because of years of eating certain foods that quietly wear you down. Processed sugars, deep-fried foods, salty snacks, processed meats, refined carbs, they're everywhere. And when you eat them day after day, they don't just make you gain a few extra pounds. They set off a chain reaction, weakening your muscles, stiffening your joints, hurting your circulation, and making every step feel a little harder. The worst part? It happens slowly. You don't wake up one day and suddenly lose your mobility. It creeps in over time. A little more effort to stand up, a little more pain after walking, a little less confidence with every step. Until one day, the things you love doing, playing with the grandkids, working in the yard, walking with friends, feel just out of reach. But here's the thing you need to hear. It's not too late to take back control. Your muscles can still get stronger. Your joints can move easier. Your bones can stay tough. You can still enjoy the freedom to move the way you want. But you have to start by changing what you fuel your body with. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 biggest culprits hiding in the everyday foods we all grew up eating. I'll break down how they quietly drain your strength, and more importantly, I'll give you simple, no-nonsense swaps you can start making right away to rebuild and protect your mobility. So if you're tired of feeling like you have to slow down, if you're ready to stay active, independent, and strong for years to come, stick around. This isn't about giving up everything you love. It's about making smarter choices that give you your energy, strength, and freedom back. Before we dive in, do me a favor. If you want to keep getting tips to help you stay strong and mobile, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss out on the next videos packed with more ways to help you move better, feel better, and live better. All right, let's jump in. First up, let's talk about one of the biggest troublemakers in your diet: sugar. And I'm not just talking about candy bars and sodas. I mean sugar that's hiding everywhere. In your morning yogurt, in your so-called healthy granola bars, even in your salad dressings. It's sneaky, and it's doing a lot more damage than just adding a few extra pounds. You see, when you load up on sugar, even little bits throughout the day, you're putting your body on a wild roller coaster ride. Your blood sugar spikes fast, giving you a quick burst of energy that feels pretty good. But just as fast, you crash. And when that crash hits, you feel drained, sluggish, and weaker than before. If you've ever wondered why some days you feel like your legs just don't have the gas to get you through, sugar could be a big part of the reason. But that's just the start. Sugar doesn't just mess with your energy, It causes chronic inflammation throughout your body. That means your joints, your knees, hips, ankles get swollen, stiff, and achy. Over time, that inflammation wears down the cartilage that cushions your joints, making it harder to move without pain. And if that wasn't enough, chronic inflammation also weakens your muscle fibers. Your legs lose flexibility, your balance gets worse, and simple things like standing up from a chair or walking across a parking lot start to feel like a real workout. There's more. Too much sugar drives your body toward something called insulin resistance. That's when your muscles can't absorb nutrients properly, especially the protein and amino acids they need to stay strong. Without those building blocks, your muscles start shrinking. You lose strength, you lose stability, and you start feeling every single step in ways you didn't before. And don't forget about your bones. Sugar makes it harder for your body to absorb calcium, which is critical for bone strength. Weaker bones mean a higher risk of fractures. And for seniors, something like a broken hip isn't just painful. It can be life-changing. Now I get it. Cutting sugar sounds tough. We all grew up treating ourselves to sweets, holidays, birthdays, a little dessert after dinner. I'm not here to tell you to live like a monk and never have another slice of pie. Life's meant to be enjoyed, but what I am telling you is this. You've got to be smart about it. Here's what you can do starting today. Choose natural sweets. Reach for real fruit like berries, apples, oranges instead of candy or pastries. Not only do they satisfy your sweet tooth, but they're loaded with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that help fight inflammation. Read your labels. You'd be shocked how many healthy foods are packed with added sugars. Check the nutrition facts. Aim for foods with less than 5 grams of added sugar per serving. Make better swaps. If you're craving something sweet, grab a small piece of dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao, a handful of nuts, or plain Greek yogurt with some fruit instead of a sugar-loaded snack. Cook at home when you can. It's way easier to control what's going into your food when you're the one making it. Plus, you can use spices like cinnamon or vanilla to add natural sweetness without the sugar bomb. Every small change you make chips away at the problem. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. The less processed sugar you eat, the more energy you'll have, the stronger your legs will feel, and the easier it'll be to keep moving, walking, and living life on your own terms. Stick with me, because coming up next, we're talking about another major offender that's even worse than sugar, and you might be eating it every time you grab a quick bite. You don't want to miss this. All right. Now let's move on to the next big problem. And trust me, it's a big one. We're talking about deep-fried foods and fast food. Now don't get me wrong, I get the appeal. There's something about that crispy, golden crunch that just feels satisfying. Fried chicken, French fries, onion rings, it tastes good. It reminds you of backyard barbecues, family gatherings, easy Sunday afternoons. But here's the reality you've got to face. That crispy coating is costing you your strength, your joints, and your freedom to move. You see, when you eat deep-fried foods, you're loading your body up with trans fats, the worst kind of fats you can eat. These fats don't just add extra weight around your waistline. They cause massive inflammation inside your body. And where does that inflammation hit the hardest? Your joints, your knees, your hips, your ankles. That inflammation wears down the cartilage that cushions your joints, leading to stiffness, swelling, and serious pain. Over time, it can trigger arthritis, and once that sets in, even basic movements like walking upstairs or standing for a few minutes can feel like a battle. But that's not all. Fried foods are packed with sodium and saturated fats, which wreck your circulation. They narrow your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure, and choke off the blood flow your muscles and joints desperately need. Poor circulation means your legs aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong and energized. Ever felt your legs cramping up for no reason? Ever had that heavy, sluggish feeling that makes even a trip to the mailbox seem like a workout? Blame poor circulation, and blame the fried foods clogging your arteries. And let's talk about weight gain. Fried foods are crazy high in calories. You can blow through half your daily calories with one fast food meal without even realizing it. Every extra pound you put on adds serious pressure to your knees and hips. We're talking about 4 extra pounds of force on your knees for every single pound you gain. Over time, that stress chews up your joints, makes arthritis worse, and knocks down your balance and stability. And the worst part? When you hurt, you move less. When you move less, you get weaker. It's a vicious cycle. Now, I'm not saying you've got to give up all your favorites forever. Life's still got to be enjoyed. But you can make better choices that give you the taste you want without wrecking your legs. Here's what you can start doing today. Bake, grill, or air fry instead of deep frying. You'll still get that delicious flavor without drowning your food in unhealthy oils. Switch up your oils. Cook with olive oil or avocado oil. They're loaded with heart-healthy fats that actually help fight inflammation. Pick smarter when eating out. Go for grilled chicken instead of fried. Skip the fries and grab a side salad or some fruit. Say no to the sugary sodas and stick to water, tea, or black coffee. Plan ahead. If you know you're going out, eat something healthy at home first, so you're not starving when you hit the drive-thru. Small shifts, big results. Protecting your legs and joints isn't about being perfect. It's about being smart. The more you cut back on fried and fast foods, the better your knees, hips, and ankles will feel, and the easier it'll be to stay active, strong, and independent. Stick around, because next, we're going to talk about another hidden threat that's probably sitting in your fridge right now, and it's doing serious damage to your muscles, bite after bite. You're going to want to hear this. All right, now let's tackle something that's probably a regular guest at your breakfast table, cookouts, or quick lunches. Processed meats. I'm talking about bacon, sausage, deli meats, hot dogs, pepperoni, all the stuff that's easy, familiar, and packed with flavor. I get it. Grabbing a ham sandwich or throwing some bacon on your plate feels simple and satisfying. But here's the harsh truth. Those convenient bites are quietly wrecking your muscle strength and setting you up for major problems down the road. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and chemical additives that mess with your body in ways most people don't even realize. First off, all that extra sodium causes your body to hold on to water. That's why so many folks notice swelling in their ankles, feet, and legs, especially after salty meals. That swelling isn't just uncomfortable. It puts extra strain on your muscles and joints, making every step feel heavier and harder. But it doesn't stop there. Processed meats are chronic inflammation bombs. The nitrates and nitrites used to preserve them trigger inflammation inside your body. The same inflammation that damages your muscles, stiffens your joints, and drains your energy. You might not notice it after one sandwich, but day after day, year after year, it adds up, until one day your legs don't have the strength, flexibility, or balance they once did. And let's talk about nutrient quality for a second. You might think, hey, it's still protein, right? Well, not all protein is created equal. Processed meats are poor quality fuel. They don't deliver the iron, magnesium, and clean amino acids your muscles need to stay strong and rebuild themselves. In fact, eating too much processed meat starves your muscles over time, leading to faster muscle loss, weaker legs, and a much higher risk of falls or injuries. The truth is, the stuff that makes processed meats taste good, the salt, the smoke, the curing, is the very stuff that's tearing down your strength from the inside. But here's the good news. You can fix this with a few easy swaps. Here's what you can start doing today. Choose fresh meats. Swap the processed deli slices for grilled chicken breast, roasted turkey, or baked salmon. These are clean, powerful sources of protein your muscles will love. Go plant-powered. Beans, lentils, chickpeas, quinoa, nuts. All of these pack protein and fiber, plus vitamins and minerals that support muscle health and fight inflammation. Build better sandwiches. Instead of slapping cold cuts on white bread, use fresh roasted meat with avocado, hummus, and lots of colorful veggies on whole grain bread. You'll still get a filling, tasty meal, but without the chemical overload. Small upgrades like these add up faster than you think. You'll notice less swelling, more energy, better strength, and a whole lot more confidence when you move. Trust me, once you start fueling your body with real food, you'll be amazed at how much better your legs and your whole body start feeling. Now stick with me, because next, we're diving into another everyday problem that's quietly draining your energy and strength with every salty bite. And it's hiding in a lot more foods than you realize. Don't go anywhere. Now let's talk about another big-time troublemaker that's flying under most people's radar: salt. Now don't get me wrong, salt is important. Your body actually needs a little bit of it to function properly. But here's the problem. Most of us are getting way too much of it, and it's quietly draining the strength right out of your legs. Here's what happens when you overload on sodium. Your body starts holding on to water, leading to swelling, especially in your lower legs, ankles, and feet. If you've ever looked down at your shoes at the end of the day and thought, "Man, my feet look like balloons," that's salt at work. And that swelling? It's not just about appearances. It puts extra pressure on your muscles and joints, making every movement harder. Every step you take feels heavier. Standing for a few minutes feels more tiring. Little by little, that extra burden wears down your strength, your flexibility, and your endurance. But swelling is just the beginning. Too much salt also wrecks your circulation. It narrows your blood vessels, raises your blood pressure, and makes it harder for your heart to pump oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. Without good blood flow, your legs can't perform the way they're supposed to. You'll feel weaker, you'll tire out faster, and your risk of muscle cramps, soreness, and even falls goes way up. This isn't just about feeling a little sluggish. It's about protecting your independence. Because once your legs lose their strength, everything else gets harder. Grocery shopping, cleaning the house, getting up and down stairs, even enjoying your time outdoors. The problem is, sodium is everywhere, even in foods you'd never expect. It's hiding in canned soups, frozen meals, sauces, breads, snack foods, even so-called healthy items like veggie chips or flavored nuts. The good news? You've got way more control over this than you think. Here's how you can start cutting back without feeling like you're giving everything up. Cook fresh whenever you can. Making your own meals means you control how much salt goes into the pot. Not some factory. Season smart. Swap out the salt shaker for herbs, spices, lemon juice, vinegar, garlic, and pepper. You'll still get tons of flavor without loading up on sodium. Check your labels. Look for low sodium or no salt added versions when buying canned goods, broths, and packaged foods. Rethink your snacks. Instead of salty chips or processed treats, grab unsalted nuts, fresh veggies, or fruit. Your body and your legs will thank you. Every time you choose a low-sodium option, you're making it easier for your body to move, stay strong, and stay active. You don't have to cut out salt completely. It's about making better choices more often, one meal at a time. Less swelling, better circulation, stronger muscles. That's the path you want, and it's totally within your reach. Stick with me, because up next, we're going to talk about a food group you've probably loved your whole life. But if you're not careful, it could be robbing your legs of strength faster than you realize. It's one you're eating almost every day without thinking twice. Stay tuned. All right. Now let's talk about one more group of foods that's probably been a big part of your life, but could be quietly stealing your leg strength every single day. Refined carbohydrates. I'm talking about things like white bread, white rice, regular pasta, pastries, sugary cereals, all those soft, fluffy, sweet foods that feel comforting and familiar. They're the foods a lot of us grew up eating, and they're still sitting front and center on grocery store shelves today. But here's the hard truth. These refined carbs are doing you no favors when it comes to keeping your legs strong, your energy up, and your body moving. Here's what's going on behind the scenes. When you eat refined carbs, your body breaks them down into sugar almost instantly. That causes a blood sugar spike. You feel a quick burst of energy. And then, just as quickly, you crash. And that crash leaves you feeling tired, sluggish, and weak. Not exactly what you need when you're trying to stay active and independent. Over time, those constant sugar highs and lows take a serious toll. They wear out your muscles' ability to perform, drain your stamina, and leave you feeling like you've got no gas in the tank. Even short walks, simple chores, or standing for a few minutes can start feeling harder than they should. But the damage goes deeper than just energy swings. Eating too many refined carbs fuels chronic inflammation throughout your body. That inflammation stiffens up your joints, makes your muscles ache, and leaves your legs feeling heavy and slow. It also speeds up muscle loss, something called sarcopenia, which happens naturally as we age, but gets much worse when we don't give our muscles the right fuel. And here's the scary part. Most people don't even realize it's happening until they start struggling with everyday activities, climbing stairs, getting out of a chair, carrying groceries. One day you're fine. The next day you're wondering when everything got so much harder. But here's the good news. You can flip the script. You can fuel your muscles properly and keep your legs strong by swapping refined carbs for whole, real foods. Here's how you can start making better choices today. Pick whole grains. Choose whole wheat bread, brown rice, quinoa, oats, or farro instead of white bread and white rice. These keep your blood sugar steady and give you lasting energy. Load up on veggies. Leafy greens, sweet potatoes, broccoli. These are packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals your muscles and bones need. Combine smart. Always pair carbs with a little protein and healthy fat, like a handful of nuts with fruit or some chicken with brown rice, to slow digestion and keep your energy even. Watch your breakfast. Skip the sugary cereals and pastries in the morning. Instead, go for something like oatmeal with berries and nuts, or eggs with spinach. The goal isn't to cut carbs completely. It's to choose better carbs that actually work for your body instead of against it. When you feed your muscles the right way, you'll feel stronger, more stable, and way more capable doing all the things you love. From working in the yard, to walking around town, to playing with your grandkids. And remember, Every smart choice you make builds a stronger, more resilient you. Now don't go anywhere, because in just a minute, I'm going to pull everything together for you and show you exactly how you can take all these small changes and create a simple, powerful plan to stay strong, active, and independent for years to come. Stick around. You're just getting started. All right, let's bring it all together. If you've stuck with me this far, you're already ahead of the game, because now you know what most people don't. Your legs, your strength, your independence. They're not just determined by time. They're shaped by the choices you make every single day. The good news is, you're not stuck. You're not powerless. You don't have to accept that getting slower, weaker, or more unsteady is just part of getting older. Because it's not. You have the power to change the direction you're heading, starting today. By cutting back on processed sugars, fried foods, salty meals, processed meats, and empty carbs, you're giving your legs, your muscles, your joints, heck, your whole body, a fighting chance to stay strong and active for years to come. You're building a future where you walk with confidence, climb stairs without a second thought, and live life fully, without sitting on the sidelines. And here's the best part. You don't have to be perfect. This isn't about flipping your life upside down overnight. It's about making one better choice, then another, and another. One step at a time. Each small change you make adds up. Each smart decision is a vote for your future. A future where you stay mobile, independent, and full of energy. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, looking back at this moment and saying, "Man, I'm so glad I made those changes. I'm moving better than I ever thought possible." That's the reality waiting for you if you start today. And if you ever feel discouraged or think, "It's too late for me," I want you to remember this. It's never too late to make your body stronger. Your muscles are ready to rebuild. Your joints are ready to heal. Your heart is ready to pump fresh, strong blood to every corner of your body. All it takes is giving your body what it's been asking for all along. Real food, real nutrients, real care. Your legs have carried you through so many moments, memories, and milestones. Give them what they need to carry you through many more. So here's your mission. Start swapping processed foods for real, whole foods. Choose water and tea over sugary drinks. Move your body every day, even just a little. And fuel your muscles like the incredible machines they are. If you got value out of today's video, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Leave a comment below telling me one change you're going to start with. And make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any future videos. We're just getting started, and I'm excited to be in your corner every step of the way. Stay strong, stay moving, and I'll see you in the next video.